We're also going to be putting in place a patient's bill of rights that will tell insurance companies that they can't put a restrictive limit on the amount of coverage you get in your lifetime, or in a given year. It will prevent insurance companies from rescinding your coverage when you get sick because of an administrative error. It will provide simple and clear information to consumers about their choices and their rights. And beyond making insurance more affordable and more secure, reform also will mean changes that make it easier for you, the backbone of the healthcare system, to do your jobs. Already, over the past year, we've made one of the largest investments in the nursing and health workforce in recent history. We passed landmark reforms to make college more affordable, which can help more people gain a nursing degree. Even as we provide grants and aid for more than 15,000 nurses seeking graduate degrees and other training. And we've begun the transition to private and secure computerized health records. Because this will not only reduce errors and costs. I know you can't read those doctors' handwriting. It will mean you can spend more time with patients and less time with paperwork. And that's why you got into the profession. Now, there is more work to do. And that's why today my administration is announcing a number of investments to expand the primary care workforce. This includes funding to allow students training part-time. To become nurse practitioners to start training full-time. We want to speed up the process where folks go from the classroom into the exam room. And we're going to provide resources for clinics run by registered nurses and nurse practitioners. Without these nurses, many people in cities and rural areas would have no access to care at all. Now, all of these steps are part of a larger effort to make our system work better for nurses and for doctors. And to improve the quality of care for patients. And by focusing on primary medicine. We will finally recognize the role of all talented and skilled healthcare providers, including nurses. I don't have to tell you that nurses all too often have been given short shrift. Even amidst a nursing shortage, when there are cutbacks. You feel the squeeze in salaries or the reduction in shifts despite being overworked and underpaid. And, as you know, this disregard goes beyond numbers on a ledger. There have been a bunch of times, I'm sure. When the service you rendered is thought to be less consequential or valuable than that of other professions. That's what has to change. It's important that we not only ensure that you have the support to do your jobs. We're seeking to elevate and value the work that you do, because throughout our history, nurses have done more than provide care and comfort to those in need. Often with little power or sway on their own, nurses, mostly women, historically have been a force of will and a sense of common decency, and paved the way towards better care and a more compassionate, society, from Clara Barton's treatment of wounded soldiers at Antietam, to the advocacy of Dorothea Dix on behalf of people with mental disabilities, to the countless nurses whose names we'll never know. One of America's greatest poets, Walt Whitman, also served as a nurse during the Civil War. And the experience changed him forever. Later, he would reflect on that time, on both the heartbreak and the fulfillment he found during those years. And he wrote, "I thread my way through the hospitals. The hurt and wounded I pacify with soothing hand, I sit by the restless all the dark night. Some are so young, some suffer so much, I recall the experience sweet and sad. Sweet and sad. Your jobs are tough. Your days can be stressful and exhausting and sometimes thankless. But through long shifts and late nights in the hectic scrum of the emergency room, or in those quiet acts of humanity, you are saving lives, you are offering solace, you're helping to make us a better nation. And my task as president, our task as a people, is to ensure that our healthcare system is worthy of your efforts. Our mission must be to live up to the values you uphold each and every day. So, thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Barack Obama. Statement on the explosions in New York and New Jersey. Delivered September 19, 2016, Lottie New York Palace Hotel, New York City, New York. Good morning, everybody. I want to say a few words about the explosions that occurred here in New York. City and New Jersey and the other devices that have been found in New Jersey. I've been monitoring the situation closely and receiving frequent updates from my team. And I've just been briefed again by FBI Director Comey. In addition, I've had a chance to speak with Governors Cuomo and Christie, as well as Mayor de Blasio. We've seen what was apparently a pipe bomb go off in New Jersey. In Seaside Park, where it could have seriously injured you. Marines and spectators who were there for a race. The bombing in the Chelsea neighborhood, here in New York, injured more than 24 people. We are extremely fortunate and grateful that nobody was killed. And our prayers go out to all those who have been injured. We want to wish them a speedy recovery. I especially want to commend all the outstanding police and first responders in both New York. City and New Jersey for their extraordinary professionalism and their quick response. Which surely prevented even more people from being hurt, and ensured that people got assistance quickly. The investigation is moving rapidly, and as is my practice. I'm going to leave it to the FBI and law enforcement to provide details. I think everybody is aware at this point that there is a person of interest who is the focus of the investigation. And the FBI can give you further details in terms of how that is proceeding. I told Governors Cuomo and Christie and Mayor de Blasio that they and their teams will continue to have all federal support as they move ahead with their investigations. and tracking down every lead, and working to keep the people of this city and of this region safe. Law enforcement is asking for the help of the community. And so to everybody in this region, I want to repeat what we've said before. If you see something suspicious, then you need to say something. Contact local law enforcement. In the meantime, I would ask that the press try to refrain from getting out ahead of the investigation. I am extraordinarily happy with the cooperation that's been taking. Place between the FBI and state and local law enforcement officials. They are moving smartly on this investigation. It does not help if false reports or incomplete information is out there. So try to, as much as possible, stick to what our investigators say. Because they actually know what they're talking about. Meanwhile, I know that the United Nations meetings here. Every year already create an additional workload for New York. But given the UN meetings, we also have a particularly high level of federal resources here to help as needed. We're going to make sure that everybody is working together seamlessly, as one team. To get to the bottom of what happened, to find those responsible, and to make sure that justice is done. Meanwhile, while all this is going on in New York and New Jersey, we're also focused on the stabbing attack at the shopping mall in Minnesota. At this point, we see no connection between that incident and what happened here in New York and New Jersey. Our attention there is on the people who were injured. And again, we are very grateful that no one lost their life. Thanks to the quick action of a brave off-duty police officer. The suspect was killed and we avoided more people being hurt. I had a chance also to speak with Governor Dayton this morning. I assured him that we will provide all the assistance that he needs in the investigation. The FBI is investigating the Minnesota incident as a potential act of terrorism. We will direct the full resources of the federal government. To make sure that the investigation goes forward aggressively. And finally, I want to take this opportunity to reassure the people in this city, in this region. And Americans across our country that are counterterrorism and law enforcement professionals at every level, federal, state and local, are working together, around the clock, to prevent attacks and to keep us safe. They are the best of the best. Over the years, they have thwarted many plots and saved many lives. And we are incredibly grateful for their service, today and every single day. We will continue to lead the global coalition in the fight to destroy ISIL. Which is instigating a lot of people over the internet to carry out attacks. We are going to continue to go after them. We're going to take out their leaders. We're going to take out their infrastructure.